Welcome to the 6th Berlin Circus Festival as an online edition. I would like to start with just two questions you can answer pretty fast. So the first one is like, how are your current feelings in maybe 3 words?
Excited, cold, chilled.
Yeah, also excited, happy, and welcome.
So a really easy question. What is circus for you?
I think, well, at least the circus that we try and get involved in ourselves is a great way to use like a physical ability to then kind of like express something creative, like with creativity. So I didn't explain that very well, but what I love about circus is how like so many things from all kinds of art forms can just join, and it can still be called circus. That's what I love about it.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the same question and just speak up quite a lot?
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure. That's live. So again, no, the question, what is circus for you?
So it is a great way of using many art forms and to express things or subjects that you're researching, using the body as the primary tool.
And I've always kind of mixed the two words circus and play. For me, circus has always kind of starts with play and fun. And from that, I think all of these kind of fantastic abilities just kind of naturally spring out of someone getting really, really into something and then taking that to the end of it.
Nice. So can you present yourself like?
Yes. So I'm Imogen, and this is Josh, and we are doing a residency as part of Fauna Circus, and we're a household, so that's why we're here. The whole group, there's 4 acrobats and 2 musicians that will be on stage, but yeah, that's us too, and we're working on many things to do with the show that either is just like disciplines that we're just involved in, or things we want to just try out and see if we can bring back to the group, being like, we have a great idea or we can count this out, kind of.
That's actually already my second question. Like, what are your plans for the next 48 hours you stay here with us?
So we're gonna, we have a bunch of different things we want to try out. So I think kind of a primary thing is going to be lots of duo unicycle. It's a relatively new discipline for us, and it's not very often we get enough space or like the equipment to be able to safely try some of the things. Other things we're going to look at is an idea involving a bucket, a head, and dirt, and ginger.
Being the main thing
Obviously.
to express it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something we're going to work with Inca on as an outside eye and just like play around that idea. We also have this handstand levitating dress puppet thing that it's been like a concept in the show for a while, but we've just never actually spent time working on it. So that's what we're going to do as well.
Sounds amazing. Like you said, you're like usually 6, so it's now just two of you. How was the response from the other 4 that you're doing that? Like,
I mean,
was they kind of angry?
No. I think they hate us. We're split up as a group now.
Makes sense.
It's a duo show now.
Yeah. No, like, I think during Corona times, everything's so hard. Like, any residency you try and organise is just way more challenging. So for anyone in the group to get any time is really good. And we're actually already thinking, like, how can we bring the musicians together so they, like, work on their own for a bit? And these kind of things. Splitting into groups seems like something quite handy when we're all from different countries.
Yeah, that's what I wonder. Like, you're all from 3 different countries? 4?
Yeah.
So, did you have the chance to meet during the year to train together, or how did you like work in this Corona times together?
So you go.
Yeah, we've actually been super lucky over lockdown to be able to get a number of different residencies together First one being in Riga. We all got together as 4 acrobats and started creating some physical material there. The one after that was in
Norwich?
Norwich, yeah. Went to Norwich for another residency there.
Which is my hometown.
Yeah. Then we
Very
had one
exciting.
more. We had one more musician after that.
Musician.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. And then we just came back from Sweden. It's our last residency. So we have been like super lucky. But it's
So
also
like
been a lot of
Corona
hard
not
work.
affected you so much in this case.
Yeah, we lost a musician on the way.
Oh, it's hard.
Geordie couldn't,
Geordie, no,
Geordie couldn't join us.
He didn't die, just to be clear.
But
But you-
considering we're 6 people and we've only had one person who hasn't been able to join, it's been really successful.
It's nice to hear that they're like you had also good times during this hard times. So, you do.
Yeah, we do feel very lucky
Yeah.
as a company.
No, we not had many people who said that in this way. What do you think in general? Like, how will Corona, how will all this time affect like the art circus? Do you think like this digital formats grow, or do you really just want to go back on stage and forget all the online stuff? Or
Yeah,
how's your feeling about that?
I think personally, I've seen a lot of people kind of really dive into the digital format, and I think it's opened up a lots of kind of inspirational avenues for people, and I think it's only gonna grow from here. I have a friend who's kind of now revolving his entire master's thesis around kind of digital format.
Yeah.
So
But I think you also have to, like, I think it's awesome that that's been open, but I also think you have to be somewhat interested in that. Like, I just don't have much luck with like anything to do with technology, so I'm just like, I just want to be on stage in front of normal humans watching, or like working with normal humans again.
it's probably sorted the techies from the non-techies.
Yeah, I think so.
So there are techies in the circus scene.
Yeah. Definitely.
Cool. I would open it up for like the people around. I think if there are any questions so far.
Your last show was really based on fauna in some way.
Yeah.
What's this next one based on? Because you mentioned puppetry and masks and new elements, and you're different crews and a new musician. So what's the take on that?
Well, theme-wise, it's a bit like we've taken a magnifying glass and we've gone into some of the smaller aspects of nature. But to be honest, like, it started off with like a much clearer idea, and then during the residencies it's kind of crumbled in a good way. Like, a lot has come out of it, but it feels a bit unclear at the moment. But we're still very much going towards this idea now in the show of like the natural world we live in, and then the constructed world that we've created around us. So like all that this is around us, because we've been like smart enough to create that or whatever. So we're working with these kind of things a bit in evolution and different cycles. Like, that can be like any cycles, period cycles. No, we're not doing that one. Yeah, and I think like art-wise, we're just actually really putting so much work into trying to make the show with more time and budget, so we can actually work with other artists like costume, animation. It's really cool. We've got a really, really cool team. It's more than just the 6 of us that are on stage, so that's nice.
Like you have been having these collaborations with other types of artists. So how much do you want to expand actually? Like, is there a limit of people who, or you imagine like, okay, 10 is fine, or how does it work that you say less or more?
I think it's, for me, it's like there's never going to be too many artists that you can work with. It's just like working out how to work with artists. Like, our animator is also a really good friend, and I'd love to tour with him, but it's just difficult because he lives in Colombia, and also that would be hard with like visas. Also, we have like a restricted amount of people we can pay, so that's why we like work in a different way. Like, we'll pay him in a different way than we pay ourselves, because we like employ him now to do all the work, whereas we don't get paid as well now, but hopefully in the future when we're on tour. But like, we're always open to working with loads of new artists, like especially visual arts. because I really want to make this show like really surrounded by that, whether it's in like a graphic novel that, I don't know. We've just been really thinking these kind of things because I'm like really interested in visual art, so I love to collaborate with people who specialize in it. Do you want to join the team? You're welcome.
After the question, I thought, oh, okay, I think it went. No, I was actually just wondering, like, about the point of expanding. Like, if you have any idea, if there is like a certain limit, or you maybe like to, after 10 years, having this giant show, 50 people on the stage. I don't know.
Oh, that's true. I don't think I ever see fauna as like being huge. I kind of like it in its small way. But then again, if that started to happen, who knows what I would think at the time. But at the moment, I love that it's as like we know each other, and it's, you know, because at the moment we have to do a lot of the organisation ourselves, and it's already on the like limit of how much I can manage with like all that kind of thing that I'm not good at.
Size is an interesting topic because the larger your company grows, the kind of more your outreach shrinks. So like as a smaller company, we're able to travel into smaller theatres and reach deeper into areas that might not be exposed to the work that we're doing. But if we did grow the show to a massive 50 cast something or other, then we would only be playing in kind of, you know, large theatres and that kind of thing. And I think that'd be sad. I don't think I'd want to go to that size. So I guess there is that upper limit for sure. 12, so.
On the topic of size, there is a question from a big fan apparently, because they have been commenting a lot. How big are the buckets going to be?
40 litres.
This is we're starting with a 40 litre, which is probably like yay big so far.
And it's like a squashy one, because obviously we have to always be thinking about how we're going to travel. If we decide we like this idea, how are we going to take it everywhere?
Cheaply.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll start this big and then we'll see how that looks.
Okay, I think if there are no questions anymore. I have a question. Do you like do you plan something like showing in this time, or it's just really for yourself, or like?
I think this time is mostly just for ourselves. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But I feel like we never know.
Yeah, we're not closing it off.
Yeah, until we might have like something that we're working on that we like really need to try in front of an audience, even if it's a online audience. So let's see.
Yeah. So like, if you want, let us know.
Yeah.
One more question.
Oh.
What is that bucket size in beer measures?
40 liters.
I think you might know this person.
Quick bit of math on that, it's probably like 70 beers.
70
like German-sized
70
beers.
German-sized beers.
0.75 liters. It's the normal size, right?
It's like a new idea.
Yeah.
We scrap the earth and we use beer instead.
Yeah.
So cool. Thank you for that. We thank you, Instagram. Looking forward to the next 2 days.
I've never been live on Instagram.
Like, until we started.